Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning. It's 5:30 on your Thursday. Welcome to WKYT This Morning. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Rebecca Smith. Happy day before Friday. Hope you're having a great start to your day. It's warm out there yet again, which is, I think, a great thing.
That's right, and we've been on a roll with that, but now we're getting more humidity in these afternoons, and that trend will continue. Let's check in with meteorologist Micah Harris.
This time of year, rolling off towards that summertime, you really want to see those temperatures rise as opposed to fall. You still don't want those 30s. You don't really want the 40s overnight. So things are getting better, and I would take the 80s over the 40s and 50s toward the afternoon any time, especially this time of year. I want to show you this, planning out your Thursday. Most of your day is going to stay dry. Afternoon, though, is it possible to spawn off a few showers, a couple of rumbles of thunder? Yes, but we're talking 20, maybe even 30%, and that's about it. It's all about the humidity and the heat, as we are now 15 degrees above average for this time of year, which if you add that, or subtract that rather, we're sitting at 71 degrees. So it's nowhere near that, as we're at 86. Now, it stays that way through the weekend, but next week, much cooler conditions. I'll show you how cold we get coming up.
All right, Micah, thank you. And while weather here in the Bluegrass has been almost summer-like over the past week, weather has been anything but nice out in the Midwest over the last 24 hours.
Emergency crews say at least 13 people were hurt after a tornado hit a mobile home park in Oklahoma City. Oklahoma, Kansas, and Nebraska were all hit the hardest last night with flooding, heavy winds, and hail. Other tornadoes reportedly touched down in north central Kansas and multiple parts of Nebraska. Well, we have more information this morning on a fire that heavily damaged an empty building in Lexington.
The fire was discovered around 11 last night on Nelms Avenue. That's off South Broadway. And WKYT's Mark Barber is live from the scene now with a look at the investigation. Good morning, Mark.
Good morning, Bill. Firefighters say they could be out here for a few more hours watching for hot spots in this abandoned building. Thick smoke started pouring from this building here on Nelms Avenue just off of South Broadway around 11 o'clock last night. The building used to house a roofing company, but it has sat empty for quite some time. Firefighters say when the fire started here late last night, a couple homeless people were sleeping inside. The battalion chief says that the building appears to be a homeless camp now. Crews say that they checked out the people who were living here, but were told they refused medical treatment. Now, crews say that there were 2 people who were sleeping inside this building when the fire broke out. Firefighters tell us that they were pulled to safety and then rushed to the hospital.
They were roused out of their sleep and out of the bathroom and brought outside to, I guess, essentially, remove them from the environment, because there was enough smoke inside that it could have done some damage if they'd stayed in there very long.
The battalion chief says typically a fire would not start on its own in a building like this late at night. They tell us that they're still trying to figure out what sparked the flames. Live in Lexington, Mark Barber, WKYT.
All right, Mark, thank you. A Lexington pharmacy that has been the target for burglars in recent years has been hit again. Police tell us around 3 o'clock this morning someone broke into CNC Pharmacy on Maple Leaf Drive off Man o' War. Police say the front door had been pried open. The owners of the pharmacy say the suspects apparently did not get away with anything thanks to extra security measures that they have in place. They told us the pharmacy has been broken into at least 6 times in recent years.
We have an update this morning about a shooting at a Perry County home. Investigators tell us the victim, Robert Miller, died. They say he and 61-year-old James Brewer got into a fight Tuesday night. Investigators tell us Brewer shot Miller in the face. Police are still looking for Brewer. Right now, he is charged with assault, but police say that charge will be upgraded. Well, happening today, 3 men accused of shooting and killing a UK student last month are set to be in court again.
Efrain Diaz and Justin Smith are accused of killing 22-year-old Jonathan Kruger at Transylvania Park in East Maxwell as Kruger was walking home. WKYT's Hillary Thornton is live now from District Court with a look at that case. Hillary, good morning.
Good morning. 4 Lexington murder suspects are scheduled to be in court this morning, and as you mentioned, 2 of those are the men charged in the UK student Jonathan Kruger's murder. Police say 20-year-old Diaz and 18-year-old Smith shot and killed the 22-year-old during a robbery last month. Now, both men have entered not guilty pleas in the case, and later this morning we could learn more about what investigators believe unfolded moments before the shooting. Diaz is charged with murder and robbery, while Smith is charged with murder, robbery, tampering with physical evidence, and fleeing and evading, and that's stemming from a brief pursuit and standoff with police. A 17-year-old is also charged in the case, accused of killing Kruger. Kruger was the photo editor for the Kentucky Colonel, the university's student newspaper. His classmates say he is being remembered as a leader and a talented photojournalist. Now, Diaz and Smith are scheduled to be in Fayette County Circuit Court for a preliminary hearing at 8:30 this morning. Live in Lexington, Hillary Thornton, WKYT.
Hillary, thank you. Both men accused of killing and robbing a Lexington pizza delivery driver are set to appear in court again today. Cameron McClellan was arraigned yesterday afternoon on murder and robbery charges, and he pled not guilty. Lexington police have also charged a second man, Antonio Lewis, for the murder. Police say the victim, Salahuddin Jitmood, was stabbed to death last month at an apartment complex on Trent Circle.
A radio debate between the 4 Republican candidates for Kentucky governor became heated at times yesterday. Much of the debate focused on abuse allegations that a college girlfriend of James Comer made to the Courier-Journal. Comer denied the allegations on Tuesday. During the debate, Comer placed the blame on another campaign.
Do you believe Hal Heiner was part of this story coming out?
I certainly hope not, but his campaign was, yes.
To insinuate that somehow we're behind this is totally and absolutely false.
I don't know if he's behind the Comer story, but I'm telling you, his people have been pushing this for a long time.
I don't deal in yesterdays, Matt, and I'm not going to deal in yesterday.
Comer also mentioned he plans to take legal action against the Courier-Journal for the allegations printed in the newspaper. Despite all of this, all 4 candidates said they would support the winner of the Republican primary.
A scuffle at a Pike County High School baseball game has landed one player in jail and another in the hospital, and that dust-up was all caught on camera. Witnesses say 18-year-old Pike Central High School player Brad Elkins punched a base runner from Lawrence County's team. It all happened Tuesday night in Pike County. Yesterday, the father of the Lawrence County player decided to press charges against Elkins. Some people say the fight was not your typical ball game fight, but the Pike Central principal says Elkins just made a mistake.
He's an outstanding student athlete here at our school. He plays all 3 sports, and and it's a big district rival, and not that we condone what happened, but I think in the battle sometimes he lost his composure and he made a bad mistake.
Brad Elkins was arrested but quickly bonded out yesterday. The injured player was treated and released from an area hospital with no broken bones.
Lexington police officers gathered to honor all officers killed in the line of duty. They held a candlelit vigil last night at the Peace Officers Memorial in Phoenix Park. The service included a moment of silence and a wreath was laid at the memorial. The service was held as a part of National Police Week.
A Laurel County mother is asking for help in setting up a tribute to her Marine son. In 2010, Matt Jackson was killed while serving overseas just before his 23rd birthday. His gravesite has the standard military footstones, but his mother wants to put in a headstone, which would likely cost several $1,000s.
I would like to have his face etched into it, and then beloved son, brother, and husband in that order.
She has set up a GoFundMe page to raise money. We have a link to that page on our website, WKYT.com.
We are tracking the investigation into a fire that damaged a Lexington home. This one started around 6 last night on Honey J Court off Center Parkway. Firefighters say a man living in a duplex left some food on the stove, which overheated and caught fire. He called for help and used a garden hose on that fire until crews arrived and put out the fire pretty quickly. They also kept that fire from spreading to the neighboring unit. No one was injured.
If you're trying to find out which window treatments are safe to have around the little ones, there's a new campaign going on to help. Cords used with many blinds and shades can pose a strangulation risk for small children, and now the industry has launched a special campaign to help companies figure out the safety of their products. They can send products to a testing facility, and if they are kid-friendly, they'll get a special label saying certified best for kids. The campaign would be voluntary.
Well, change could be a two-way street for some streets in downtown Lexington. The city held a public meeting last night to discuss a study that looked into whether some one-way streets should be changed to two-way. Study organizers say they will recommend to the Urban County Council that North Limestone, North Upper, Short, and 2nd Streets should all become two-way streets downtown.
And we think in that area in particular, the benefits outweigh the cost. So better connectivity, less circuitous travel, it's easier to get places, better pedestrian safety because of lower traffic speeds.
If council approves the proposed changes, the city would then work on getting the money to pay for the project. An important part of that whole transaction.
Certainly is. Would be an interesting change. We'll see if that all comes along. 5:40 is the time. It's 20 till 6 on WKYT this morning, and we're checking live drive traffic to see what's going on in here on the south side of town, Nicholasville and Shady Lane. It's quiet right now ahead of the early crowd.
Yeah, Nicholasville and Shady Lane looking good. We do want to remind you about resurfacing on I-75 in Madison County. They're kind of switching over some lanes that they're working on, so be aware of that near the Tates Creek Bridge. Also, the situation that is happening after UK graduation that will be long-term over the summer. They're putting in some roundabouts on alumni between Nicholasville and Tates Creek, but you can still get to the Arboretum, we're told, from Tates Creek. So
that's important. All right. Good to have you along on WKYT this morning, and we have a lot more news on the way here on your Thursdays. We start rolling toward the weekend.
Well, let's see if you're loving it. McDonald's has unveiled a redesign of its classic Hamburglar character. Oh, can't wait to see this, and it is all a buzz on the internet.
Frankfurt Cam looks good, and really I could have chosen any Cam, but man, things look great outside. Unfortunately, the warm conditions do not move anytime soon. Actually get warmer at least one of those days. I'll show you that. Possible 90s coming up.